So I'm going to show you 5 of the previous positions that I've taken and actually explain exactly why I took them. So here, this is oil. You can see this is today, the 5th of June. I actually sold oil and I took my profit here. And then again, if you look here, this is where I sold the pound dollar. I'm going to show you because there are dates here, 26 May. The next one, this is where I actually bought oil. I'm going to show you on the charts exactly why I bought this one. It was on the 26th of May. And then again, you can see here, this was on the 29th of May. I actually sold USD CAD, as you can see here. And then again, if you look here on the 26th of May, this is that one that I was showing you on a smaller time frame. This is why I actually bought oil. So let's go and explain all these positions. Let's say prices did this. Are they going down or are they going up? We don't know because we don't have context. The only information we have is yesterday's highs and yesterday's lows. However, if prices then do something like this, now we have context because they broke yesterday's highs. This is crucial information for the next day. It's very important to understand market structure. We have an uptrend where prices are going up and we have a downtrend where prices are going down. In an uptrend, prices keep breaking higher highs, while in a downtrend, they continue breaking lower lows. This behavior gives us multiple opportunities to buy, and it also gives us multiple opportunities to sell if we are patient. We wait for prices to break the first high. Once the high is broken, we wait for a pullback and confirmation of the uptrend before buying. As prices approach the close, we take profit. The next day we wait for another pullback, look for confirmation, and then buy again. We keep looking for buying opportunities until we get a failed break. A failed break is when prices break below the previous day's low. After a failed breakout, we wait for a retest and then sell and close before the day closes. And we repeat the next day after a pullback. As prices are going up, we are busy buying, paying close attention to the high of the previous week because that's where most of the stops are going to be and that's where most of the reaction is going to come from. So the highest probability is going to come when they give us a failed break at the high of the week. That's when we get opportunities to sell, and these are the most highest probability opportunities. What is a failed break? A failed break is actually when they break the low of the previous day after failing to continue or give a follow through at the high of the week. This is what gives us the most highest probability execution. Number one, it's this oil position where I took 3 positions and I closed them now as prices are going towards their close. And you can see it's the 5th of June. Let's go to the chart. So as you can see, we have a couple of indicators here, but it's one indicator that has all these indicators on it. It's in my description. You can download it. Look here. This pink highlighted box is the high and the low of the previous week. Very, very important. That's why if I project from the high of last week and from the low of the previous week, you'll see this is exactly last week's range. So every week when I look at my charts, I'm able to see exactly what happened the previous week, and this is very important. Likewise, I also have yesterday's highs denoted by these black dotted lines. I have yesterday's lows denoted by these dotted lines, and these red dotted lines actually denote yesterday's closing price. As you can see, these are very, very important. Why? Because at the high of the previous week, that's where reactions are gonna actually happen, and that's where we're gonna get the best opportunities. So as you can see, prices went up and they went up and they were at the high of the week. So I know here there are many stops. There are people who sold here, they have just been stopped out. So our job is to actually see what are they doing when they reach the highs and the lows of the previous week. And as you can see, what did they do? They pieced up. Did they follow through? No, they failed. What did they do next? They broke the low. So the moment they broke the low here, this day is actually rendered a failed break. Yes, it's a failed break. Why? Because as you can see, when they are going up, they're actually breaking the highs and the lows actually remain intact. The next day, what do? They break the high, and then again they break the high, but all of a sudden they come and break the low of the previous day. So this tells us that they failed, the uptrend has failed. And the most important part is, where is this happening? It's happening at the high of the previous week. So once we got this, we know now that we are in a failed break. So the opportunity we'll be looking for the following day is actually a sell high opportunity. And as you can see, what I usually like is when they push prices up so that they can dump them. Unfortunately, today when we came to our charts, there was none formed, but look at what they did. They actually gave a consolidation. I love the bodies. And immediately after non-farm was reported, they gave us a pin engulf. I always tell you that my executions are based on an engulfing candle. So this is exactly where I actually sold. and as it continued going down, that's where I kept adding size and size and size. So yes, I took it on an hourly time frame, but it was because of the engulfment, and I've shared all these things, so look at it carefully. Let's go back to the image. As you can see, this is exactly where I executed it. Unfortunately here you only see on a 15-minute, but I executed it on a 1 hour. That's why you saw that I executed it on the close of the engulfment candle and kept adding as it is going down. And most importantly, I don't add when I'm losing. I only add when they are going in my position. All right, never add on a position that is losing, only add on a position that is going in your direction. So this here, it was 200 points clean. Let's go to the next one. The next one is pound dollar, which actually happened on the 25th of May. You can see again, this was my execution and this was my TP, and I'm on an hourly time frame. I executed on the engulfment. Very, very important. So let's go to the 26th and I will show you exactly why I took it. As you can see, this is the pound dollar and this is the 26th of May. So when we look here, let's first identify the highs and the lows. So when we look at this, we can clearly see that the high of the previous week was actually somewhere around here, okay, because this is Monday morning. So when the high is here, where is the low? The low is here. So my indicator will automatically draw these boxes for me. Unfortunately, it draws for the last week. So here, this is something I took last week. So when you look at this, this is the high and the low of the previous week. What happened? They broke the high of the previous week. So our job is to see, are they going to give a follow through or are they going to give a failed breakout at the high of the week? The next thing we have is what? Is where they now break the low. So breaking the low actually rendered this day a what? A failed break. Yes, it's a failed break because as you can see, they are breaking the highs when they are going all the way up, but all of a sudden now they break the lows, and when they break the lows, now this is rendered a failed break. But if you look at the position that I actually took, I took it straight on this day. Why? Because when I came to my charts, I knew already that they have broken the low, but this can be a stop hunt, so I have to be careful because now we are at the low. So for me, I wanted to see, because if I'm gonna be selling, I want to sell high. That simply means they must push prices up and convince me by giving me the right engulfment. So they pushed prices all the way up and then they came and pierced the low with an engulfment, and this is exactly where I executed. This is exactly where I executed, and my stop, my TP was somewhere around here, which was actually hit the following day. But this is the opportunity I've taken because of the failed break. This was a failed break. I wasn't sure because this is just a piece through, but when they now failed going up and gave me an engulfment candle, I knew that this was confirmed, and this was during the London session. You know that the pound moves during the London session as well, but because if it has the dollar, it can also move during the US session. But I was here during the London session, and that's the one executed. And when you take the right ones, they always explode into your direction. All right, so the next one is oil. As you can see, it was taken on the 26th of May. So let's go to the 26th of May and I will explain everything. And as you can see, I actually executed it on the engulfment. Very, very important. If you're gonna be executing, you must execute on the engulfment. This is very, very, very important. Okay, now I'm on oil, as you can see, on the 26th. This is the 26th, and when we look at this, what did we do? We had the high of the previous week somewhere around here. Very, very important. And we had the low of the previous week. Okay, we can say maybe somewhere around here. Why? Because you can see they opened with a huge gap. So we were at the low of the week, and mind you, we also have a gap. Most of the time when they give us gaps, they are gonna come and cover those gaps. That is very, very important to know. And as you can see, when they are going down, what are they breaking? They're actually breaking the lows and the highs remain intact. They break the lows and the highs remain intact. They break the lows and the highs remain intact. So this is a big candle, also it broke the low. So we are at the low of the week, and what do? They go and piece up. So you can see this is a failed break. Why? Because they are breaking the lows, breaking the lows, breaking the lows. Even this day actually broke the low, and then the next day what do? They break the high. So I don't just buy. I told you, if I'm gonna be buying, I want to actually buy low. If I'm going to be selling, I want to sell high. So as they broke, I'm not going to chase them. I want to wait for them to come and retest. And if you have the EMA, this is when they retested the EMA, and you can see here they gave us a rare track. So this is an engulfment candle, and that is exactly where I bought it at the close of this candle. Let me just zoom it out for you. I bought it at the close of this candle, and it actually gave 100 and something because I came in closer somewhere here around 120. And again, if we go and look at it, yes, you can see this is where I scaled in and scaled in and scaled in. And after taking this scale over here on the close of this one, because I knew they have already done their job and they've given me a fail break, so I just trailed my stops because I was adding even a bigger position. And I was supposed to add another one here, but again, I mind more about how much I'm risking. It's not about how much you can make, it's how much you are risking as well. So that's where I actually scaled in, and it actually went 120, 130. Okay, so this is the one for oil. And then again, if we look on this was the 29th, I actually sold USD CAD. You can see here I sold it up to this point, and that's exactly where they actually started reversing. Let me show you why I did this. So we are on USD CAD, as you can see, and this is the 29th. So I actually sold it somewhere around here all the way down. And if we look at it, let's first try to identify the highs and the lows of the previous week. So number one, this is the high of the previous week, very, very important. And this down here is actually the low of the previous week. So this is very, very important for us. Why? Because we need context. We are not just gonna execute without having context. This is very important. Most of the time people try to execute in this middle here, and that's where they eventually fail, because you need to target areas that have a lot of liquidity. Okay, so as they are going up, you can see they're breaking the highs, and breaking the highs. We are at the high of the week. They spike up. Okay, I understand that. So now we need to understand, are they going to keep going up, or are they eventually going to fail? So if you look at this day here, they now broke the low. So the moment they break this low, which is the last day of breakout, we can say it was on the same day. So this day itself was rendered a failed break. So I told you, once we get a failed break, we want to continue in the direction of the newly established trend. And what do we need? If we are actually gonna be selling, we need to sell high. This one was an A+ setup. Why? Because it pulled back all the way to the top, and now if we can go to a smaller time frame, now I'm on a 30-minute time frame. I have shared these things with you. Sometimes another time frame will show you the best opportunities in time. Okay, so on an hourly time frame, you saw we did not have any confirmation, but when we came to a 30 minutes, I can tell you this is where they push prices up, they pull back, they go up, and they push down. So this is an M pattern. I actually sold it on the close of this candle. Immediately on the close of this candle, I sold it, and that is when it actually exploded all the way down. So my TPs were not even a secret. Okay, there is no secret skill. I just took my TPs and actually put them on the low of the previous day, and that's where they just came and started reversing. But I got this one because you need to understand, at the high of the week, yes, they can give a failed breakout and then come and retest the breakout and continue going up. I do understand that as well. But if it's just a piece through, most likely they are gonna go to the opposite direction. And again, you need to pay close attention to the underlying trend. So this is the one that I actually took. This was 30 points, but it was clean, and I took 2 positions, so it was really good. So today when I came to my charts, I was targeting 2 assets only. That's why I told you I do my analysis the night before, and when I come to my charts, I know exactly what assets I'll be looking at. Today I was looking at AJ and I was looking at oil. So you can see on oil, this is the one I took. I just showed you why, because they gave a failed breakout at the top by breaking this low, and that's why I took it. I already explained this one. But look at AJ. When you look at AJ, you will see the same thing happened. We were at the high of the week. When they're going up, they're breaking the highs, and the lows remain intact, right? But all of a sudden, what do they do after breaking the high? That is the $1,000,000 question. The next thing we know is they broke the low. Fine, we understand that they did this. Okay, fine. this day, I told you sometimes they might use their entire day to actually pull up, but this is AJ. It moves usually in the Asian session. So I wasn't up during the Asian session. Why? Because I knew there was none form. So I came late during the day and I understood that okay, they have already gone down, but I still want to see what do they do, because I have a setup. What are they gonna do to everybody trapped here? Because you need to know, when they break all the way up, there are buy orders that are activated, okay? Because we are also breakout guys. You understand, the reason we take the engulfment candle is because we are also breakout guys. So immediately here, when they break out, there are people who will be long, and again they've stop hunted everybody who sold from the high of the previous week. So are they gonna punish these people? That's what we want to see, because I told you, if it's just a piece, chances are they're going to the other end of the week. So I saw that today they came up during non-farm, they shot up well, and I don't really want to chase non-farm. So I waited for 30 minutes, and actually this became the hourly candle because the news were at past, and I saw that okay, they've given me a super big candle and they've already broken the low, and I calculated okay, if they're gonna go to the low of the week, it's only roughly 50 points, and I had to compare. On this one, my target was initially the low of the week, but again they didn't really go to the low of the week, but they gave me something very nice. So today I had these two and I ended up choosing oil over this one, but again even this one really shot down. And this thing happens everywhere. If you look here, this is the NAS. Okay, the NAS is at the high of the week. What are they doing? They are holding the high of the week, they break out, and the next day what do they do? It's just that for these ones, I love the most explosive trading strategy for indices, which is actually in this playbook over here. I have all the strategies that I've used deeply outlined in this playbook over here. Okay, it's in my description. But look at this, they gave a failed break at the high. What do you expect? They pull back, and that's when they collapsed heavily. The same applies to the S&P because it's highly correlated to this one. But guys, it's the same thing every single time. Unfortunately, I don't take this one because I use the explosive trading strategy for indices for these ones, and actually this one happened earlier on. So I usually look for the New York session, but again they did not give a lucrative opportunity for me. That's why I ended up going for that one. But preparing a night before is very important, and I really appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscription button.